All aboard the hype train, MF Ghost Crew. Season 3, Episode 11, Turn 35. The strongest train, Saikyo no Resha, barrels forward with unstoppable momentum, turning the current MFG race into a high-speed pursuit where one driver or machine dominates like an express train that won't stop for anyone. We're in the thick of the round's decisive stages, likely a multi-sector course with long straights, elevation changes, and technical corners that reward raw power and unflinching consistency. Big moments thunder through. The strongest train refers to a relentless frontrunner, perhaps the Red Bull evolved, or a new powerhouse like a high-output EV or tuned supercar that's pulling away with surgical precision, maintaining perfect lines lap after lap, while the pack scrambles behind. Kanata's Toyota 86 is in beast mode, turbo spooling hard as he chases, executing aggressive yet controlled overtakes to climb ranks, dodging slower traffic, nailing apexes, and closing gaps on the leader. The train's dominance forces everyone to push limits. Shunaiba fights to stay in the draft. Emma Green tries risky blocks, but gets left in the dust, and the king from last EP cracks further under the pressure. A killer sequence has Kanata in a high-speed chase, mirroring the train's rhythm but adding his own flair. Perhaps a daring pass that sparks commentator frenzy. He's hitching a ride on the strongest train. Key characters fuel the fire. Ren's voice cracks with excitement over the radio/support feed. Ogata tweaks settings on the fly to match the pace. Kanata channels his grief-turned grit, his driving a tribute to both Ken's legacy and Takumi's calm mastery. The vibe? Relentless, rhythmic power. Like being on an unstoppable locomotive, momentum building with every sector, tension spiking as the gap narrows or widens. It ends on a massive surge. The train still leading, but Kanata right on its tail, ready to derail it next time. Pure, unfiltered racing adrenaline. Felix Film keeps the engine screaming in Episode 11. The visuals capture that train metaphor perfectly. Long, sweeping shots of the leader carving consistent lines, contrasted with Kanata's more dynamic, aggressive style. CGI shines on power delivery. Smooth acceleration bursts, realistic aero effects on straights, and detailed tire grip in corners that make the speed feel tangible. Gushing. The strongest train sequences are mesmerizing. Fluid tracking cams follow the leader's flawless path, speed blur and wind effects emphasizing its dominance, while Kanata's chase adds chaotic energy with close calls and overtakes. Lighting and color grading amp the intensity. Sun flares on the frontrunner's bodywork, shadows deepening in technical sections. Sound design is epic, deep rhythmic engine drone of the train clashing with the ADX's high rev howl. Crowd cheers sinking to position shifts. OP/ED slam with motivational punch, hyping the pursuit, gentle nudges. The train's superiority is built up strong, but it risks feeling a tad one-sided early. More subtle weaknesses shown visually could have added tension sooner. Pacing is breakneck once the chase hits, though recaps to tie back to prior eps are quick but necessary. Humorously, commentators dubbing it the strongest train leads to fun train puns that lighten the intensity without derailing it. Overall, it's a visual and auditory powerhouse, immersive, rhythmic, and full throttle. Episode 11, Turn 35. The strongest train is a momentum monster. The unstoppable leader versus Kanata's charging underdog creates insane chase drama that has me locked in, obsessed with how it turns racing into a metaphor for relentless pursuit of victory, legacy, closure. Kanata's growth post-emotional arcs makes his drive feel unbreakable. The initial D spirit thrives, precision and heart-beating raw power. Overall feels amped, breathless, and counting down to the next lap. Season 3's races keep escalating with fresh threats and deeper stakes. Honest, kind critique could tease the train's vulnerability a hair earlier for payoff buildup, but the dominance sells the challenge perfectly. Crossing fingers for Kanata finally catching/drafting the train next EP. A big overtake or mistake from the leader, Red Bullet/King rival interference. Ren's proud cheers, more Takumi-inspired calm under pressure, and a finish that shakes the standings. This season's on rails toward epic. Don't miss the derailment coming. Locomotive dashing away checker flag. Word count 80.